Awesome. Thank you so much, Wale. So here on my screen at the moment is the WAVE. It's a web accessibility evaluation tool. And like Wale said before, it's best that you use manual testing, but there are tools out there that would do automated testing for you. I can go to the main website of WAVE again. So on this homepage, you see that there is a logo, and then underneath there is a web page address. In the web page address, you can put in the different website that you would want to test. So right here, I'm going to just go to target.com. I put in the website in the web page address, and what Wale talked about before, the visual focus. Right now it's happening around the web page address. So you know that that's where the keyboard function is and that's where the information is. I press return. It takes me to this automated testing summary. There are area labels here. The target homepage site looks very different from what the actual homepage looks like now that it has different error messages or alerts or different elements that they want you to pay attention to. One of the things at the top is the language function. It's good to set the language of your entire site, and here Target has done that. That's in English. There's ARIA labels across all of the different menu bars. That's also great. They have heading structure here as H2. And when you go down, you will see the different heading structure for H3s being tagged here. And it looks like they have not skipped their heading structure. Once you are using this tool, you can go to the summary bar on the left side of the website and look at, we can just look at the errors by clicking view details. And here, when it said that there is an H1 for a fresh for fall underneath that in this header right now, I don't see an H1. So that is improperly tagged and they would need to check that out. And there's also a broken skip link. So they have to check that on their back end as well. Contrast error. So this is when you click through the different buttons, it brings you to where the contrast errors are. Right now, what you can see on the page is that there is a hidden link, it feels like right here, but we can't see what that link is. And it's white on white, so that is a contrast problem. This is when you need to be able to use manual testing for contrast error. There's also a tool for testing color contrast, but your designers should know how to design so that the color contrast is high enough for people with low vision or color blindness to be able to differentiate different elements.
Can I add something, Chi?
Yes.
Just quickly, the white on white, the link is, it might be the skip to link, right? Because they do that on purpose. Sometimes the skip to link is invisible. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just, I'm thinking out loud. So there might be a case where people on purpose have bad contrast, right? That will bring up an error. So that's why you need to sort of look at these kind of with a grain of salt, right?
Absolutely. So it's happening a few times across the page, and there's also skip heading levels that are also broken on this page. So there are a few things that they would need to look at as well for the skip links. There are images without alternative text. So by clicking on these, it brings you to where the images are and where you need to put in alt text. And there's alternative text missing for the spacer. This is a design element that you can tag on the back end that you don't need alternative text for decorative elements. So that's another coding thing that Target would want to fix on their backend. So if we skip down to structural elements, like Wally said earlier, there should be only one H1 for one page, and then everything else should be H2 on this page. By just skimming through it, I believe that there's more than one H1 here, but you can have multiple H2s, multiple H3s, and multiple H4. The list that they have is currently not ordered. Like Wally mentioned earlier, it's very important to have an ordered list. And then we can keep on going down to see the different errors that are being referenced here, and where you can see contrast errors. You can always Google for more information on how to fix that. On the alerts of skip heading levels, look up what that means. By doing that, you are going to be able to fix all of the codes on the back end, add alternative text. Again, this gives you a quick overview, not always correct overview of what are the issues with a website. And it's always important to have manual checking and evaluation of your accessibility. So I know that while I showed you the visual focus before, I'm just going to show you a different look and feel of how that could happen here. For Wave, their visual focus is a blue box around a link. It's a little bit more visible than what CNN did. And every time that I click tab, as I'm doing that now, it is moving the visual focus to the different links. This is especially important for forms or any links on your websites for people who have memory issues or any things like that, so that it can bring their focus right back to where they are on the page and the actions that they need to do. I will bring us back to the accessibility statements now.
Thank you, Chi.